Welcome to RVing in New England, the nation's only forum that puts you on stage with some of the biggest names in the RV industry. And now your hosts, John DePietro and Bob Zagami.
Well, you don't get John DePietro tonight, but sorry for the little bit of a delay there. However, in John's place, we welcome back Uncle Bernie.
Hey, how's it going? You know, I love that new countdown. It's like three-dimensional, very space-agey, you know? I was just happy that a bomb didn't go off or something.
I had to step up the game a little bit, Bernie. You know,
absolutely.
So, yes. How you been? You haven't been here for a while.
I know it. I really, I've been very well. It's been a busy couple of months. You know, we're starting to get busy at the dealership. Campers Inn is, you know, we're hustling a little bit. But, and also, you know, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I got this RV game changer show that I'm doing, podcast / show, and interviewing a lot of people and having a great time. So it's enough to keep me busy, buddy.
All right. And I hope you're selling a few motorhomes and travel trailers while you're doing that.
Well, you know, that's always what kind of keeps the oil in the cogs, right? You got to keep it all lubed up. So money helps.
That's what keeps everybody happy. Yeah. So we haven't stopped since we came back from Elkhart with the RV Power Breakfast. We worked all through the weekend and trying to play a little catch up. But there's been a lot of good press on that. We'll probably do a whole show on many of the videos, but I thought that one of the things that I always enjoy about the show is Toby O'Rourke.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
President and CEO of KOA, Campgrounds of America. And I think that she is probably one of the best presenters in our industry.
Really?
Not because of her skills of presenting anything. I mean, she can talk about anything and it's great, but this is the time of year when they release their what used to be called the North American Camper Report. Last year they changed it. Last year changed it to the Camping and Outdoor Hospitality Report, and kept the North American. They still kept the North American, and this year, they actually changed the name, and it's kind of exciting. I haven't even talked to Scott Bear yet, but this year, it is the 2024 Camping and Outdoor Hospitality Report. And you see where it says top level overview?
Yeah.
That's the first of 10 different segments. So every month, it's probably going to be 12 when they get done. But if we go across, if you folks can't read it, the top, if we start at the top left, it says top level overview, which is the first one out. Then it's going to be camping in Canada, camping trips and travel experiences, glamping, outdoor and wellness, camper profile, economic impacts, campground modernization, families and kids, and accessibility. And so there will be an expanded version every month. So it's going to be something to look forward to if you're in the campground business. But let me play a short interview that I did with Toby. She was obviously in a lot of demand after the
popular gal. I mean, she has a lot of great information. The company really does.
All right, good morning. I'm with Toby O'Rourke, CEO of Campgrounds of America, and we are at the RV Power Breakfast, courtesy of G&G Media, our friend Rick Kessler. And Toby, your presentation continues to be, that's the keynote presentation. The data that you continue to provide for this industry,
louder,
free of charge, all that data, it grows every year. And from a corporate standpoint, I just think that's one of the best marketing tools you've got, but also in terms of the personal responsibility that you bring out to the campers. And I did pick up on it, that it's no longer says North American Camping.
Yeah, you know, the name was getting really long. So last year we moved it to North American Camping and Outdoor Hospitality Report.
Right.
We decided it was kind of a mouthful, so we shortened it to Camping and Outdoor Hospitality.
Your overall assessment of this meeting, which continues to get better every year, 1,300 plus people, you've been a key part of it, you'll continue to be a key part.
Will you let her talk?
What were your takeaways?
That the this was a really great event. Like you said, this, I think 30% more attendance because we have a bigger space. I've been coming since the beginning. This has doubled in size. People want to be here. They want to hear the content. I think the content gets better and better every year. I really appreciated Marcus Lemonis was here today, which was fantastic. He had so many really good insights on how we can drive more RV sales and things that they're doing at Camping World. I found it fascinating. So really appreciated him coming. That was great. I think we ended the day with a good economist. So, that's when the time is valuable for people to show up, they're walking away with stuff. That's when you get the numbers that this is getting. So they keep delivering good content. Like I was eating up what the economist was talking about. Yeah. I learned some new things, and that is worth my time. So I think that's how the executives feel like.
And they come at 6:30 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning.
Now, one of the things that I thought was good about the overall theme, last year you focused on these are shared customers,
right.
And they were. I think they took that message to heart.
Yeah.
And this year, it was a much more cohesive, but now they were starting to put plans into action. If you have somebody like Marcus go up there and explain his footprint and where he saw the industry, I think for the people who didn't come, they missed the whole presentation. I don't know if they're going to record it or not, but, he and I have not always been on the same page, and even with people in the room. And it was kind of like, he's taken that step. Would you call him an olive branch in terms of the way that he presented that data?
I don't know Marcus personally. I really admire what he's done in the business and obviously his business acumen. So I don't really have the history of Marcus within the industry. That said, I felt what he brought was challenge. And earlier we described it as an edge, and hey, let's get after this. Let's step it up. So that was a good challenge that he presented to the team, and he was very focused on the let's work together message. And that was further along as the association spoke about how do we work together. So and that's something that I always like to bring to the table too, because there is a lot of competition naturally within the people in the room, but there is collective energy that we can gain because we are competing against how people spend their leisure dollars. So are people buying boats? Are they buying RVs? Or are people going on cruises this year? Or are they going camping? So we have to work together to come.
Well, and I think the industry as a whole, Camping World has done some amazing things, whether you like them or you don't like them. They were first with a lot of things. He's took that step out there. And now what he's saying is, you can come out and say, because of the current market conditions, but because of the current market conditions, we have a great opportunity to work harder, closer, and start to put those programs in place. And I think that was a real clear message.
Well, what I like, I think he's really creative and innovative, obviously super smart about how he's making sure he's got product for all segments and customers. Because when we present our data, we see all the different types of customers, different price points people are looking for, different demographics, and that's exactly what they were talking about. It was really good to see how they think about the customer in different segments and make sure they're delivering product that meets those people's needs, and that's backs up how we try to deliver experience on the campground. So that's a real.
Okay, I'd like to talk to her for 8 hours, but she's a busy woman, very successful with KOA, and Toby, I'm going to let you go to your next interview. Thank you very much.
Always good to see you guys.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was fascinating. It amazes me how naturally collaborative KOA is in her message about making sure that the RV industry needs this information for the betterment of everybody involved, right? So by having this information every year, it really helps businesses plan how they're going to do business in that particular year, and the trends and things like that. It's so important.
Well, as we've said in the past too, all of the market research is quite comprehensive and even more inclusive every year, is paid for by KOA.
Right.
And then they publish the report, and anybody in the outdoor hospitality or the RV industry can have that report free of charge by going to the KOA website. And I've always said that if I'm a dealer, then every one of my salespeople are going to read that report, because that is a reflection of the people who you are trying to sell your next RV to. And every person that owns a campground, every employee in the campground should read that report cover to cover, because it's about the demographics, it's about their habits, it's about the number of times they stay, how much money they spend. You've seen it, Bernie.
Yeah.
I don't. When I meet RV salespeople who have not read that report, I just shake my head.
Well, it's it's important to be informed, right? So you're absolutely right. You need to know who your customers are and learn about them so you can better serve their needs. If you don't know who they are and you don't understand your customer, you're doing them an injustice, for one thing. And you're also doing yourself an injustice because you're missing out on a great opportunity to better connect with the people that you serve.
Right. You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
What I forgot to do, not what you
Oh, okay.
I forgot it. I forgot to mention our sponsor, Seacoast RV, who's been sponsoring us now for almost a year. So let me get their quick commercial in, then we'll talk a little bit about their open house.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Joe from 1019 POR and John, Joe, and Courtney. We're back for another exciting season of Seacoast RV TV. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter W. As in Winnebago. Did you know that Seacoast RV is once again the award winner of the Flying W Award, which recognizes Winnebago dealer locations that deliver the highest service excellence and superior customer satisfaction? Don't mean to brag, but we're kind of a big deal. Speaking of Winnebagos, how about the Winnebago Access? Come on inside and take a look around. Modern and spacious interior, easier camp setup with all the deluxe features and an outstanding value? You get it all with the Winnebago Access. With so many different models to choose from, though, it can get so scary and confusing. I feel like I need some help.
Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome to Seacoast RV. How can I help you today?
Selection, service center, and a huge parts and accessory department. No wonder Seacoast RV is once again Winnebago's Flying W Award winner, their highest honor. Find the perfect RV or towable for you and your family with one stop, Seacoast RV. Easy to find, Route 1 in Saco.
Seacoast RV.
I'm Jackson.
These guys are a riot, I have to say. They know how to have a good time.
If you didn't catch it, or some of the folks haven't been up there yet, Jackson is her son, and he's a ball of fire. As John has often said, there's 4 Labrador retrievers up there, and then every once in a while Jackson shows up, and he almost rides him like a horse, but it's a lot of fun when he's in the show. I did have a chance to talk to Amanda today. Let's see what she had to say about the open house.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Amanda, for joining us prior to the show tonight, but I know you're busy getting ready for your open house this weekend and didn't want to tie it down to a specific time tonight. I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
So the big weekend is coming up. Give us a little indication of what folks are going to see when they make the trip up to Seacoast RVs.
Sure. So we have close to 30 park models in stock, and more than that in travel trailers as well, and motorhomes. Lots going on there. We're going to have free popcorn, face painting, all kinds of fun things for the whole family while you're here.
Probably the largest inventory of park models east of the Mississippi.
Yes, we are, I think, the largest stocking dealership in New England.
Oh, no question about that.
Yeah.
You have more units in stock than any other dealer that does. Even if we threw in destination campers and park models, you would have all of them combined plus a few more. So it truly is, and tell people why that's important and why they should come up and take a look at a variety of products and different manufacturers.
Sure. I mean, there's just so many options and so many different ways that you can arrange these park models, and just seeing different things that you might not be able to picture in your mind if you wanted to order one. So it's really nice to be able to come in and touch, see, feel all of the different aspects of what it is to have a park model.
Yeah. And both of the park model manufacturers that you carry offer some flexibility in custom design work also, right?
Absolutely. Both of them are very customizable. You can do pretty much anything you can think of within 399 square feet.
Yeah. And do you see an uptick in park models? That we know from an industry standpoint that there's a lot of interest in destination camping and certainly park models. Are you noticing that this year also? Is it coming back strong?
It is definitely coming back strong. It has been wildly busy, and I think it's such a great industry anyways, because there's still so many people who don't really know what destination camping is or what a park model is. So we're always teaching someone, and it's been coming back like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now, in addition, you also have Winnebago motorized and Winnebago towables.
Yes.
Will there be some Winnebago reps at the open house also?
Yes, so we'll have we don't have anybody coming from the motorized side, but we do have Mark from the towable side who will be here, and he is a wealth of information.
Oh yeah, Mark Gerber. Yeah,
he anything in the RV industry, he probably has a story or some sort of knowledge about. He's fantastic.
I think overall, all of the manufacturers reps for Winnebago are typically very low key. They're working with one of the best brands in the industry. They don't have to do the rah-rah and jump up and down. They,
they're all wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And you'll have manufacturers reps from Elevation.
From Crop and Elevation, yes.
Okay. And they help out because you get large crowds, and I think it's always nice. I know certainly when I was buying them to have and be able to talk to the manufacturer's rep about their company, about their process, and let them sell the customer on why they should do with this product or
absolutely
who they might want to do business with.
Absolutely, yeah. They've if I can't answer your question, they certainly will be able to. So it's great help.
And from your standpoint, it'll be all hands on deck come Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely. We are going to be busy.
Yeah. All right, Amanda, for people who may not have had an opportunity to meet you and your team, tell us where you are and the hours for the open house on Saturday and Sunday, please.
Sure thing. We are located on Route 1 in Saco, just south of Funtown. And we are open Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 3.
Sounds good. And right off the highway. All right.
Right off the highway.
Thanks for giving us a quick update. And I know John will be seeing you on Saturday, and I'll be seeing you on Sunday. I'll get up there Saturday afternoon.
We'll see you then.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, 10% parts off the parts in stock. New park model trailers, motorhomes, WPOR Live. Enter to win some contest swag. 9 to 5 on Saturday, 10 to 3 on Sunday.
What do you think? Fantastic. Yeah, I think first of all, I want to say Amanda is wonderful. She's just so real. You can't do anything but trust a person like that who's just so organically personable and nice. So I think they run a good business, and because they carry the right products for the demographics in that area, to have those crops and elevation park models is brilliant, right? It's just the right products for the right customers.
Well, and they've shown the commitment. You know yourself how difficult it is to manage the inventory of any dealership,
right?
Right product and what have you. And they've always had that. When Linda and Mike owned it, it was the same thing. They always have about 30 park models in stock, and every combination, every floor plan. So
sure,
it's a big investment, and people have a chance to talk to knowledgeable people and staff. I jumped quickly off the power breakfast, but some people, and I don't know, have you ever been, Bernie, to the power breakfast?
I have not. No.
I
would love to go.
This is absolutely amazing. 1,350 people. This is Rick Kessler from the podium. And that's kind of like the middle of the room. And then his photographer during the show. That's the breakfast. That's 1,350 of the probably most influential people in the RV industry, everything from owners to salespeople to marketing. And the presentations were fantastic. Toby certainly was one. They had the mayor of Elkhart there. They had
Oh, wow.
the men's basketball coach from Notre Dame. They had a economist who told us all the good things, and his forecast was going to be very good for through now and through 2025.
That's fantastic. I'm on their side for sure. When someone predicts that kind of, progress financially in the economy, I'm all for it. And it's Americans are so resilient. And the good thing about RVers is that they have that red blood flowing through them, right?
Yeah.
And they're all about helping each other out. And they know when they buy an RV, they're buying local. It's made in America. So they're taking care of our own, and they're giving people jobs, and they're also spending quality time with their families. So it's a win-win-win all around.
Well, as we see here in New England, you can be a competitor, but you can have respect for your competitors and still have good relationships. You can work all day and try to beat the hell out of each other and then go have a beer at night. We had all the CEOs there. We had all the major GMs of brands, and they were talking, they were greeting each other cordially and talking about the kids and the soccer games on Saturday afternoon. We had a funny thing, and I thought I was going to get a picture from John, but it was John's idea, but he went out in Connecticut and he drove all around until he found a UConn men's basketball championship T-shirt.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you remember, the championship game was with Purdue, and Bob Martin, the CEO of Thor Industries, went to Purdue. So in the middle, just before the breakfast started, John and I went up to him, and I'll get a picture for next week. We went up to him.
Oh, that's a riot.
We gave him a T-shirt, and I think he maybe thought it was something from New England or something. So we said, "Hold it up, Bob," and he holds it up, and it's a UConn T-shirt.
Wow!
But he's a good joker with it. He had a lot of fun with it, and his team loved it.
Hey, we have some really interesting people watching the show tonight. You want to check in on those? I want to
go right ahead.
I can't click on those, or else I would have by now.
Right. Take over. Go.
Yeah, so I can't click. You have to click them, but we have.
Right. So,
I don't have the control. Yeah, we had Dawn Padhaw. Sorry, guys, but we had a meeting tonight. Have a great show. So I love the fact that she's wishing us well. And of course, next in line is a good buddy, Willie Miller, who just got a new gig with Forest River. So I'm very excited and happy for him. Proud of the great work that he always does to perpetuate good practice, hard work, and dedication. He's amazing.
And we'll talk about Willie being a guest on your show a little bit later.
Yeah. So Maria Galante Moore. Yeah. Good evening from Sedona.
Nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. And then we have our good buddy, Larry Peter.
You know this guy? Yeah.
Yeah. I know that guy, and I can't wait to the NASCAR up in Loudon because me and him are going to be buddies. I'm going to get the chance to spend some QT with him.
You're going to be his best friend.
I'm going to be his best friend, his arm candy, all that fun stuff.
He told me you're going to carry his bags and do whatever he wanted. And if he wanted a bottle of water, he's going to send you out for a bottle of water. And did you get a chance to watch the truck race this week?
Oh, I worked during that period, but that 1 to 5 is when it usually runs,
Ben Rhodes, he had a great race. He's been a little challenged this year. He's had some, but each week he's getting better. And he
had the campers in colors, though. I saw that.
He had the campers in colors, and he finished third, but he came close, and he had the potential to win it. So
third, there's no slouch in there. What do you have, like 28 cars out there fighting it out?
30, maybe 30, 35 on the truck series. Yep.
So I'm doing something right because Larry is calling us besties now. So I really appreciate that. Click on that one. That's a funny one. Yeah.
But he's saying that now, Bernie. Wait till you see his list.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be his personal concierge.
Well, no, you gotta argue for one of the spots. Don't forget, on the major tracks, Campers In, besides being the sponsors on the cars and the trucks, they have an RV display at each of the IMG tracks.
Ah,
You guys will be taking some units from Kingston and Merrimack over to the track, because there will be a display at the track. And Larry says, new crew chief. Momentum is on this. Oh, I didn't realize he had a new crew chief. Okay, and you're right. I agree with Larry. Momentum is definitely on his side.
yep.
Bernie bumped Bob. Oh, now wait a minute, Larry. No, it's okay if you say Bernie bumped John, but if there's only 2 tickets, Larry, John's gone. If you want to.
Yeah, he needs a day off anyway. He needs a little quality time with his family.
He works. Oh wow! They're also going to have the Campers In mobile service fleet.
Fantastic.
They will be doing, I think it's 8 or 10, but they will be going through the campground doing complimentary RV service for the people who are at the track. There's, in addition to the display, they will have that at the IMG tracks also, and it's a great looking fleet. And
wow,
that's going to get a lot of attention. And
I didn't even know he had that, but I'm very excited and proud that they're doing stuff like that, to help out the community, the NASCAR community, which is so supportive of the RV industry. I'm glad we're giving back there.
Yeah, and Larry and I are going to talk. We are available to do whatever Campers In would like us to do to promote the event. It's not our show. It's your show. It's your money. It's your investment in that. But since you are going to be in New England and Nervder is here, whether we build in shows or we do some online interviews from the track, Larry and John and I will kick around a few ideas.
And I'll be just providing the water and the green M&Ms, right?
You just get the beer and the pretzels, Bernie.
Okay.
And
whatever you guys need, I'm your lackey.
And just make sure there's a bottle of Jack Daniels in the truck. All right.
Oh yeah, by all means. We'll have a suite for you all set up. Big solitude, maybe 2 bedrooms, all that good stuff. We'll take good care of you.
Hey, speaking about solitudes, that's a good intro.
Okay.
We wanted to have a few words tonight, if I can find it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don Clark has been busy this week, last week anyway.
Now you folks can't read it, but tell them what this is, Bernie, and your comments.
All right. So this is a letter from Don Clark. He wants to make sure that people understand that Grand Design is and always has been all in on their customers. All right. So I'm going to read little excerpts from this letter just so you get an idea of what's going on. So rumors and misinformation have been swirling online regarding excessive frame flex across the industry, including small percentage of large Solitude and Momentum fifth wheel products. In each case, we have performed a thorough review and are working directly with our customers to resolve these concerns. We have also been working directly with our frame supplier, a third-party structural engineering firm, an industrial expert, to ensure our products and processes meet and exceed industry standards. Our commitment to our customers is absolute, and we continue to stand behind every product we build. But to sum it up, what he says at the end is that he's extended the frame warranty from the standard 3 years to 5 years, retro back to 2020 model year. So that really, I hope that gives people confidence that Grand Design is not only, putting it on paper, but when they put it on paper, that means it's there in stone as well.
Yeah, and you're right. And unfortunately, in this internet era, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of false claims on what people are doing. And in Don's style, he stepped up and he addressed the issue with their customers and extended the warranty, which I think it caught a lot of people in the industry off guard, but they stand behind their products. And this is one very good example of it.
And you can go right on their website. This letter is there. And it also gives a 1-800 number for people to call if they have any questions or they need some help in customer service. So he's not being shy about this. Like, call us if you need us.
Right.
So,
right. And
God bless him. He's a great man and a great company.
Yes. And when you look at the internet, some companies are running away from it. So,
right.
Let me quickly say and remind people that Seacoast RV, our sponsor for the past year, their open house is this weekend, May 18th and 19th, creating family fun on Route 1. You'll be able to see all the Winnebago motorized and towable units, the Krupp park models, the Elevation park models, and all of the companies will have manufacturers reps there. So if you're out and about on Saturday, or you want to take a ride up to Maine and smell that fresh Maine air and grab a lobster for lunch, then we invite you to go over and see them. And John will be there on Saturday. I will arrive Saturday afternoon, and I will be there on Sunday. So if you want to talk to us or talk about RVing in New England or talk about any of the nerd stuff, we certainly would be happy to have that also. And we got his last Dante. Very
late.
Sorry. Well, this is a tough night. There's a lot of folks who aren't here. I know some people are over in Italy on vacation, but
that's right.
That's
a good friend, Mr. Conboy. Yeah.
The beauty of having the replay. That's for sure. And earlier today, I did also talk to Cold Springs RV up in Weare, New Hampshire, and that's another kind of like Campers Inn and Seacoast RV, but that's another great New England family business. And they're over in Weare, New Hampshire. And I caught up with Joe Melanson, one of their sales reps.
Oh, wow. My good old buddy, Joe. Yeah.
Buddy Joe's out there and on the other side of New Hampshire. And I caught up with him as soon as he got in the office this morning to talk about what they're doing this weekend.
Fantastic.
Joe, thanks very much for joining us tonight on RVing in New England. Cold Springs is one of the great NERBs dealers, and happy that you could take a few moments because I'm sure you're pretty busy up there. But for the folks that don't know you and Cold Springs RV, tell them a little bit about you.
So we're a family-owned dealer. We were established in 1978. We deal with a lot of premier brands: Forest River, Winnebago, Thor. We are a one-stop shop location for everything, down to campground, service, and a body shop, and just getting better every day.
Well, let's spend a little time on that full service, because what you've got in your complex, and it's a wide area up there, but you have everything. When you think about it, you have everything that an RVer would want. You've got sales, you got service, you got parts and accessories, you got storage, you got the paint shop, you got the collision shop, and you got a 5-star camping resort.
Yep.
And I don't know too many of our dealers or too many of our campgrounds. I don't know of anybody in New England that has all of those components all in one branch. And it is a family business. And these days, consumers have less options when it comes to family business due to the consolidation in the industry. So talk about the importance of a family business and what your customers like about Cold Springs RV.
The biggest thing that I like about our business in general, being a family-owned business, is if a customer needs to get a hold of me, I'm very easy to find. I'm not conglomerated with 20 other sales guys. If I need help with a customer, any kind of concerns, I can go right to my GM and get right to them and get an answer for them right away. But it also helps, too, that we're not bound by corporate laws or corporate rules. We can kind of do things a little differently than anybody else.
Yeah.
So makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. And one of the other things that you do that a lot of dealers stopped doing a long time ago is when they show up on your lot, every unit is open for their inspection, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Open door policy. We like that. People get nervous when they walk into dealerships, especially big dealerships. We are a big dealership.
Yeah.
And it's a little overwhelming. So it's nice to be able to say, hey, if you don't want some help right now, we'll come find you and check on you and see how you're doing. But yeah, everything's open and everything's unlocked every day. And other than when it rains. But it's a nice atmosphere.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that pressure of large corporations that have to get that person to the qualification process or get them out looking at units. You say, come to our facility and look at as many as you want, and when you're ready, we'll be happy to go through
Exactly.
the process with them. So
100%.
where, if they don't know who you are, Joe, tell them where you're located.
We're located on Route 114 in Weare, New Hampshire. It's actually 530 South Stark Highway. You can't miss us. Once you get on 114, we're the biggest spot on the road. It's a nice background campground. I mean, camper store. It's very nice.
Sure.
In the middle of the wilderness here.
Beautiful downtown Weare, New Hampshire.
Yep, it's pretty much.
Yeah. So this month you've got what you're calling your Mayhem, kind of like a month-long open house sale, the Mayhem. What are the hours? Let's talk about during the week and on the weekend, but we want to see a lot of people come up this weekend and see you and Ray and the team. So talk about the hours of the Mayhem sale.
So the hours on the weekends are always going to stay the same. It's 9 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sundays. Obviously, we don't leave until the last customer's taken care of. But during the week, we're 8:30 to 5:30. Everything's on sale. Everything.
Yep.
So we'll work the best deal for you. It's really exciting. We've been very busy. We've been very fortunate. So we're trying to keep it moving.
Well, it's a good time, as we've seen from the industry, Joe, that the manufacturers really came up with some great products this year, but they got them under that 30,000. We have a lot of units now that are under $30,000. We had priced a lot of people out of the marketplace, so we see a lot of people coming back into the marketplace. Because there's a lot more new engineering in it, but also you got some good financing terms whenever you do an open house. And again, you're local, you know the people, you know who they are.
Makes a big difference. Products have changed quite a bit from a couple years. New things have been added. Some of the new products we carry, tankless water heaters now. A lot of stuff you never thought you'd ever see with these options are coming in now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So we've been pretty fortunate.
All right. So I'm talking to Joe Melanson at Cold Springs RV up in Weare, New Hampshire. Appreciate you joining us, Joe. But before we go, pick out a unit that you think is going to be really popular this weekend that may not even be on the dealership come Monday morning. Got something special you can tell the folks about?
We got a manager special. We got a 2023 Thor 27R 4-winds, gas motorhome, little Class C. That's going to be right in front of the building, marked up for manager special, and the price is really aggressive. Just to move some motors down the road. But we got a lot of products here I get excited about, Bob. So everything's exciting.
All right. And before I let you go, you also are famous, I think, for your indoor pop-up showroom. You know, when you go through the winter, you have a large selection of pop-ups indoors, and you have a lot more outdoors. So a lot of people like to start their camping with pop-ups, and you've got a very good inventory, and you got everything all the way up to motorhome. So when you say full service, you are indeed full service.
We are.
All right. Joe, thanks very much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, Bob. Have a good day.
Thank you. He's a great guy. He's been in the industry for a long time. He's always a popular guy at the Boston RV and Camping Expo, and he's always hustling. He's one of those guys. He's not afraid to earn his money.
He's a hardworking guy. You know, I've known him for a lot of years, and he knows his product, and he knows how to talk to customers. He's very successful.
So they've got their month-long open house, and they call it Mayhem. So
yeah, Mayhem May Sale. I like the name of it.
If you don't want to go to Maine this weekend, then you can go to beautiful Weare, New Hampshire. It's a nice ride. It's actually
hey,
a nice ride.
Do you mind if I tell you a couple of things that are going on in Campers Inn over the next week or so?
Hey, Bernie, you know, you filled in John's seat, and you're talking probably less than half of what John talks. So I
know, and I'm not doing this either.
That's right. I consider it a bonus already, Bernie.
Yeah, it's a nice day for you. So anyway, Chichester is just having their 1-year anniversary sale. So they've been open a year already. I can't believe it. It's been that.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. And Aaron and the crew over there are just doing a fantastic job. I'm so proud of that team. They're hardworking. They do it the campers in way. They really sit down with the customer, figure out, what's important to them and how to fulfill their needs within their budget. And they find them the right camper. So they're selling a lot of Jaycos over there. They have some brilliant, high quality Jayco products like the Jay Feather and the White Hawk and the Eagles and the Pinnacles and the North Points. They got some beautiful, beautiful products out there.
Jayco's got a great product lineup. How come I don't know anything about that? Do you get any graphics, or have you posted up anything on it?
I don't have any graphics. I found out this week because I do a little bit of some radio work locally, and they had me read the ad. They sent me an ad, and I'm like, oh, that's right. It's their 1-year anniversary. How about that? So that's all I know about that.
Well, check with Aaron tomorrow. If you want to send me some graphics or something, I'll post it up there in the cover photo to let people know it's the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll dig something up for you for sure.
No,
It's important information.
Hey, if somebody was really creative and they left early in the morning, they could drive up to Cold Springs in Weare, New Hampshire.
Right.
Come back through Concord and over to Merrimack.
Right.
And visit with you. Then they can hop on the highway and go up to Saco, Maine, and visit with the folks at Seacoast RV. And just imagine how many different RVs they would see on those 3 lots.
Oh my goodness, for sure. It would be a tremendous ride. So yeah, maybe we'll see if John's taking his vitamins this weekend, and maybe we'll put him to work.
Yeah. When I see him on Saturday, I'll tell him to go back through. Yeah, that's crazy.
Appreciate that.
Let's check and see. We don't make sure we don't leave anybody behind here. Larry said new crew chief. Bernie Bob, we got that one. We got Dante. Dante says, see you Sunday at Seacoast. Are you driving the car, or are you driving the motorcycle with your lovely wife, Laurie, on the back seat? So,
well, as long as he's got a container that he can fill with popcorn, I'm sure he'll be happy, right?
Oh, he'll go directly to, everybody does it. They come up to the dealership, and they're smart. They always cook the kettle corn inside the service bay. So it doesn't get, if we get rain, it doesn't get wet.
Oh, good. That makes a lot of sense. But I know Dante was talking about it a lot, I think last week. And I said, well, if he's bringing his motorcycle, it's got the saddlebags. You can just open one up and dump it in there, right?
Oh,
there he goes.
there is some magic with their kettle corn. Motorcycle with empty container. Oh, I can see him filling up the saddlebags with the kettle corn. Now, they do have a substitute chef, if you will, if I can call him a chef, that cooks the kettle corn, because Kenny Blow had already had a commitment to go up to the Yukon to shoot a couple of grizzlies and some other big game. But if you get a chance to go by Seacoast, you can see the mounts that are on the wall. Kenny's he's a world-class marksman, if you will, and he goes on world-class trips. So they've got moose, they've got grizzly bears, they got brown bears, they got fowl, all kinds. They got mountain lions.
Oh, wow!
In the parts and accessory store. So they've kind of put them up on the walls outside of Kenny's office, and it's really something to see when you go up there. Besides buying all your parts and accessories while you're there. And Bernie, I wanted to give you a couple of extra minutes. You took a couple randomly for campers in, and that's fine. We appreciate you filling in for John, but you have recently launched something on your own, and I'll put the graphic up, and then you can tell us what your new project is.
Okay. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've just started a podcast / show called RV Game Changer. We're in search of companies, dealerships, factories, manufacturers, and individuals who actively are changing the status quo in the RV industry. They do what they do to make a positive impact on the industry, resulting in a better experience for the end user, the RVer, right? So it's important for us to kind of let people know about these wonderful people and wonderful companies that are just doing above and beyond. Like we were talking earlier about Don Clark and Grand Design, companies like that need to be recognized. They deserve the recognition because they are doing the right thing. So we've had a few shows.
It's on. You're posting it on Facebook, right?
It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube, and it's also in like Spotify. So we strip out the audio and run it there, but it's a video podcast on the same kind of software like we're using tonight. Yep. And I talk to the guests in a live mode, but it's not a live presentation. So you're able to go back to it whenever you want.
Who are some of the people that you've already had on that our fans would know, Bernie?
Oh, yeah, of course. So my first guest was Willie Miller, right? And the reason I had Willie on is because, he is a RV game changer. He is someone who every day goes above and beyond his job title and his job description to make sure he's giving great service to his customers, his clientele, and the end user. So, I just love his attitude, shows up every single day, 110%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you realize you could have had John or I as your first guest, but you chose.
I could, you know what? But I wanted to make sure that I had my act together before I introduced you guys. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I could act like a professional and not do So I kind of breaking it in with our good buddy Willie, and he was very forgiving, and I am going to have him on again because it wasn't perfect. I'll be honest with you, it's a work in progress. But
Bernie, that means not only do you have to carry Larry's water, but you have to carry my water at Loudon. So you better get a good night's sleep. And tell me somebody else that you've had on so far.
All right, so just last week, we announced that we had Mark and Julie Bennett from RV Love. And that was probably one of my favorite episodes. Actually, it was just this week. I'm saying last week, it was yesterday.
It was just posted, right?
Yeah, I just posted it yesterday. But they were so wonderful to have on. And we talked about all the resources that they provide for people that follow them. They have 2 New York Times best-selling books, and the Living the RV Life and RV Hacks. They have videos, training videos, blogs. They do personal consulting. So people that really want to learn about the RV industry, or maybe they want to make sure that they go out and have as much resources and knowledge as possible, they'll actually personally coach people on how to RV.
Well,
and then go ahead.
But it's not just the campers. They've had some of the major companies in the RV industry contract with them too, because they are so in touch with their fans and they communicate with them. And you're right, the resources, when they came out with Living the RV Life, which was their first book,
right?
I had a quote actually on the back page, and it said, "A copy of this book should be in everybody's RV," because that was the best resource book we've had in the RV industry probably in 20 years. And then they went on to RV Hacks, and they're just great guests, Yeah.
Yeah, they're developing another book right now. It's being written and kind of scrutinized, but I have to say everything that they put on paper has been verified, substantiated, validated, whatever they have to do to make sure it's true and right information. Yep. And I'm so proud of them, and get to know them a little bit better. A couple of years ago, they did this wonderful video on RV fire safety. They went through heck and high water to make that video, and the resources that they utilized to produce it, it's well worth the watch because it can save lives. It really can.
Well, it's unfortunate. It's one of the things that the industry doesn't talk about much, and it doesn't happen much, but you have to understand your vehicle and the way it works, and sometimes things go wrong. And that was probably, I've been in the industry for 40 years. That was probably the best safety video. No fear
If hands or
mongering.
butts, yeah.
It was just good, straight education done in concert with the fire department. I think they did that out in Arizona, and
Right.
it's something that any RVer should take a look at. So if you look out into, you got 3 or 4 under your belt now, and if you look
Yeah.
out there next couple of weeks, who can we look forward to sitting down with Uncle Bernie and talking about the industry?
So next week on Tuesday, and later on, you're going to put up how people can get a hold of me, right, and how they can see all these videos. I sent you that slide.
Did you send it to me?
Oh, I did. Yeah. See if you can dig it up while I'm yakking here for a little bit.
Yak for a little while. Let me go check it out.
All right, cool. Yeah, so future episodes, we have Alyssa and Will. They're from the partnership team at Harvest Host. So they really spend their energies trying to, recruit dealerships to spread the good word and offer some programs for those dealerships so they can give away Harvest Host, which is wonderful. And it gives us an extra resource to say, hey, look, go out and try this camping for free. Isn't this amazing? But also, they work with social influencers. So if you folks are out there in your RVing and you think you have some good knowledge and you like Harvest Host and you spend time there, you can take some short videos, send them off to Alyssa and Will from the partnership team, and they actually give you a little bit of money. They'll post them on their YouTube or on their Facebook or Instagram and all the different resources that they use, and they do a fantastic job with all that. Just so you know, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be spending some time with Terry Broussard. A lot of you folks know that he's the founder and the CEO of Spot Tonight. And Spot Tonight is this really interesting app for your phone. So it integrates with almost every campground network in the industry. So all these different hundreds and hundreds of campgrounds, and I'm going to be showing that in detail. But his software, he's worked with and collaborated with all these campgrounds and campground groups, so he can get you last minute reservations and on pennies on a dollar. I mean, some of these places are beautiful resort campgrounds, and they're only, I don't know, $25, $35, $40 a night. And it's because it's last minute. It's good for you. You're in transit. You need a place to stay. But Terry Broussard in Spot Tonight, it's the word spot with the number 2 and NITE. You got to get it.
It's a great application. And you guys, you and John, are just very lucky that I'm really quick when I go off the screen to do something else.
Thanks, Bob. Live show. Got to put you on the spot. Yeah.
I had already gone off once to say, where the hell's this stuff? You're supposed to send me this thing. But saved your butt burning. Here you go.
Thanks, Bob. Hey, there we go. So, yeah, I have a new email address, and rvgamechanger@gmail.com. And then on Facebook, you can just look up RV Game Changer. We have 4 shows up there, a lot of product videos, a lot of other fun stuff. You might see me cooking or something like that. And then on that's on Facebook and YouTube at RV Game Changer, all one word, and LinkedIn RV Game Changer. So I'm reaching out to people like yourselves, people who are RVers or your influencers, or you're a company that has great ways of doing business and maybe like B2B information that you want to share, whether it be a manufacturer, a dealer, or a component builder. Let's talk to you, because I want to know what's going on out there. I want to know how we can make the RV industry better by sharing this information with everybody, so we can all have a better experience, as whether it be a dealer, a manufacturer, or an end user.
Yep. And we wish you the best of luck with it, Bernie.
Thank you.
You'll do fine. And, some people may say, well, is he competing against them? No. I don't ever worry about people saying somebody's a competitor. If you can come into something that I'm doing and do it better than me and John, I'll buy you a beer. There's enough RVs, there's enough RVers, there's enough RV companies, there's enough RV legends out there to talk about. So this is just another access point for all of our fans and all of your fans. And just let me know when you want John and I on the show, Bernie.
Oh, absolutely. And I want to thank everyone who's started following me on the new Facebook page, on the new LinkedIn page, on YouTube and everything. So, look out for that. I'd love the support, but more importantly, I want your comments. If you want to be on the show, please let me know. And Bob, I'll get you on as soon as you're ready. After the show, we'll schedule something in for you.
If it goes too far down the list, Bernie, you could be in trouble. So
I want to make a big splash for you. I want to wait till all my graphics are in place, everything's looking good, and you can and make a big splash.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in tonight. Bernie, thank you for filling in for John. He's doing a little grandfather duty and playing with the kids, and we like to say that got to have a good work-life balance. So we will see you folks next week. And let me
run that ad. Don't forget.
I got to get my last commercial in. Then I'll do the closing thing. And be safe and on the road. And we'll catch up to you later. Bernie, thanks again.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, it's Joe from 1019 POR and John, Joe, and Courtney. We're back for another exciting season of Seacoast RV TV. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter W. As in Winnebago. Did you know that Seacoast RV is once again the award winner of the Flying W Award, which recognizes Winnebago dealer locations that deliver the highest service excellence and superior customer satisfaction? Don't mean to brag, but we're kind of a big deal. Speaking of Winnebagos, how about the Winnebago Access? Come on inside and take a look around. Modern and spacious interior, easier camp setup with all the deluxe features and an outstanding value? You get it all with the Winnebago Access. With so many different models to choose from, though, it can get so scary and confusing. I feel like I need some help.
Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome to Seacoast RV. How can I help you today?
Selection, service center, and a huge parts and accessory department. No wonder Seacoast RV is once again Winnebago's Flying W Award winner, their highest honor. Find the perfect RV or towable for you and your family with one stop, Seacoast RV. Easy to find, Route 1 in Saco.
Seacoast RV.
I'm Jackson.
This edition of RVing in New England was a presentation of the New England RV Dealers Association. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.